We're out here in what Dad calls the hog shed. We got my 3 bikes in here. Dad took us for a ride today. But we ain't here to work on the bikes today. We got new parts for my old 79 CJ7. This thing used to be my pride and joy in high school. If high school me could see this thing now, he'd be pissed. But she ain't been running for about a year now. Alternator went out, and me being the idiot I am, broke the alternator bracket, which put it out of commission basically for good, because I couldn't find a new alternator bracket. That lower one down there, I bent that, and these OEM AMC brackets are hard to find. But we got a new billet aluminum CVF bracket and all new hardware. So hopefully by the end of today, hopefully really next 2 hours, this thing will be back on the road and eventually get it back to its former glory. That's a hell of a way to start this. There it is. If I could hold on to shit, that'd be dangerous. Last time I rolled up underneath this thing, a daggum snake came slithering out next to me, so hopefully I don't have him right now.
Just there's some wasps flying around that thing a little bit ago.
Oh, beautiful.
Didn't you say the
Jump down, I believe. Didn't I say what now?
starter was bad?
The starter might be bad. I'm hoping that the starter just hung up because I had the battery from that F250 hooked up to the battery on this thing when I tried to start it, but who knows, it might actually be the starter.
All right.
I'm hoping I can just slide that alternator out of the way. Yep. Oh, did you take the bolt out?
Yeah.
Oh, you're my hero. Look, I'm gonna just leave that in there then until I get this bolt out. Wish I had my ratcheting wrenches right now. I'm sure that's probably not just me. Everybody probably has those tools that they wish they had in the moment they need them, but they're usually somewhere else. I didn't realize this bolt helps hold this water pump on. Shit. No. I'm hoping I don't have to take that pulley off, but the way it looks right now, I might have to. I was hoping this would be quick and painless. I could never get that lucky. The shade tree mechanic in me is telling me to cut that bolt. But I know the second I do that, the new hardware still isn't going to fit. I don't know what holds that pulley on either. I'm hoping that maybe I can just loosen these 4 bolts and this thing's going to slide out just enough to clear this bolt. Zero chance I get that lucky too, but worth a shot. shit. Damn it. I'm clearly not a professional by any means. So don't do what I do. There's a solid chance that everything I do is very wrong. This poor Jeep, I put this thing through hell and back when I was in high school. It never gave me a single issue, not one. It was the most reliable vehicle I owned, and the oldest vehicle I owned. Second oldest vehicle I owned. I had a 78 Bronco at one point, but this thing never once let me down. My old F-150, that thing would break. I'd come home, jump in this thing, drive to school. No issue. I moved out of the state of South Carolina for 4 years because of the military. This poor girl maybe got drove twice when I moved. I think Dad took it out maybe twice. He replaced the belt for the power steering pump. I came home on leave 1 week. I think it was for my 21st birthday. And I changed the hose for the power steering because it had a little pinhole leak in it and was spraying everywhere. And that was it. That was the only issues it really ever had. And last year, the alternator went out, or so I thought. So I ran to the parts store, got a new alternator, came home, went to put it in this thing, and I looked. The belt for it was just shredded. It was barely in one piece, if you could even say it was in one piece. And so I went and got a new belt, tried to match the old belt to a new belt, and the belt I got was too small, too short. I had this brilliant idea of, oh, well, I'll just, because there's some throw on that where you can adjust it. I was like, I'll just pry it out just a hair, get the belt slipped on it, and then set the tension that way. Well, a great idea in theory until I bent the bracket and all of a sudden the belt wouldn't line up. The thing would just squeal and squeal and squeal. There's no fixing this thing. So I went on the hunt for a new bracket, only to discover they don't make these things anymore. And then I discovered CVF had one, but I didn't really want to drop $160 for a new alternator bracket. But in the end, as you can clearly see, I decided to pony up and just get a new bracket for it. I couldn't stand letting this thing sit any longer than it already was. This thing, we've had this Jeep. Dad bought it in, was it 2011, 2012? And we immediately drove it to Florida. All back roads, no interstate. Never gave us an issue. We made it all the way down there and back. And he posted it for sale when I was in high school. And I didn't want him to sell it. But I couldn't drive a stick shift at the time. So he told me if I learned how to drive a stick shift, that it'd be mine. I could have it. So hell, I learned how to drive a stick shift. Not intentionally. He tried to teach me. And me and him have the same personality. So it just ended up being us arguing with each other over whether I was doing it right or wrong. I obviously was doing it wrong. And this thing got parked again. And he put it back up on Marketplace. Well then, few months later, my F-150 left me stranded in the Walmart parking lot one morning before school. So I called Mama. She came pick me up. We left the F-150 sitting there at Walmart. I came home. I jumped in this Jeep. I backed it out of the driveway, put it in first gear, drove back up the driveway, put it back in reverse, back out of the driveway, put it back in first, drove back up the driveway, put it in reverse, and backed out and took off to school in this thing. And I made it right to the stoplight before my high school and stalled it. I got it fired back up, pulled into school. That was pretty much curtains on this thing. It wasn't getting sold after that. At least I thought it wasn't. Dad still had it posted on Marketplace. I couldn't afford to buy it off him. Broke high school kid. But I was trying to show off for some friends, some females, and I ended up, this thing used to have enough torque that it'd pick the front tires up. And I may or may not have dumped the clutch a little too hard and broke the drive shaft. And that was when Dad finally pulled this thing off Facebook Marketplace and declared it mine. And also made me fix it. Actually, I'm fairly certain I have a picture of that broken drive shaft still on my phone. I'll attach it in this video. Now I'm getting the phone. I ain't trying to sell the Jeep. I ain't trying to end up in your situation.
Whoa, now. Sell the Jeep.
I mean, maybe not sell it, but have one that's never going to run.
Never. Dude, I'm moving it finally once we close on this house on Tuesday.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, whenever me and David are always on different shutdowns and stuff, and he's pumped the trailer to get it to Sumter. Nah, I got some people lined up to help me finish that thing.
Hell yeah. I'm currently trying to figure out what spacers go where with this thing. I got one of those CVF kits for the alternator bracket. I've got 1,000 different parts with this thing, like bolts and spacers and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know where any of them go. And some of these pictures aren't super clear.
I still gotta find a one wire that mounts up right with mine.
Here we go.
I'm 99% sure that we fried that Motorola and the starter switch when we were messing around with it, what, a year ago?
Say it again, sorry.
I said I still gotta find a one wire that works with mine, because I'm pretty sure that last year when you and I were just hopelessly messing with it, that we fried that Motorola.
You think we fried it? We didn't put any power to it though.
Oh, I guess you had left. I did.
Oh.
Little sizzle pop in the night early.
Yeah, because I was riding the motorcycle somewhere that day.
That's what it was.
So I brought Bojangles over and was there for moral support for a little while. I hope you get that tub out of there.
Yeah, that was a plus.
Yeah, that was about all I managed to do. I think I've got enough to get me through this project, but...
What you doing to it right now?
you remember how I said I bent that alternator bracket?
Oh, yeah, you're swapping out the new one?
Yeah, I got a new CVF alternator bracket, one of them billet aluminum ones. So I'm trying to get it bolted up right now. Here comes Dad.
Yeah, imagine being able to buy parts that actually go to your model year. It's crazy.
Ain't my fault you got an old ass CJ5.
Yeah, nothing about finding forms that something should fit anything from 44 to 72.
That's the thing with Jeeps. People change. So it's kind of like Harley Davidsons. People change so much shit. You never know what's gonna work and what's not.
how it was when I pulled everything out and
Oh,
tried to put
shit.
it back where it came from and realized that almost nothing was factory.
Yeah. Hey, Pop, come here. I might need your help.
Where you at?
Make sure it's still Loctite on that. I'm gonna slide the spacer in here. Can you stick that bolt in there? Hey, up top. You gotta go up top. Okay.
Mercy.
Probably would have been easier if we took that damn fan out. Oh well.
My fear is whatever's behind it is rotating.
That's why I'm trying to hold the shaft. Trying to hold your shaft. Come on.
Easy now, easy. Do you feel like get your turnbuckle where you think it's going to be tight? Yeah. All right, so that's that's snug. I mean, that's not super tight, but
All right. So let me see the wrench. Look up.
so I can get it tight, but I don't know.
Move. All right, that's tight right there, right?
Yeah.
This nut right here on the back side of this 9/16 socket, I believe. I had one out, I thought. That's right. Yeah.
Calibrated tension. Looks good.
All right. Cool. Here. Here's your gas can. That's probably the gas we need. Holy shit.
Alright, hold up. I'm gonna put the negative wire on it. Give me just a second.
Now hopefully this battery's got enough juice to get this thing started.
I highly doubt it.
I also doubt it, but
Ooh, this is heavy.
you ready?
Yep. Stop.
Come on.
Hold up. Let me get some more gas in it.
Okay.
Alright, try it again.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Make sure the brakes. You know what? The brakes
All right, well, the battery died on me again. Shut the Jeep off. But I'm gonna say screw it and try to drive it tonight anyway. I'm gonna go fill it up with some fresh gas and hope to God I make it where I'm trying to go. All right, we got the old girl back on her maiden voyage after a year and a half of sitting in the carport. She's on the road again. Man, it feels good. Good. That battery still sounds dead as a doornail.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very strong, does it?
I'm telling you, I think the battery's just shot.
Hit the gas pedal, just open it up. Oh, never mind.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah. Take a minute to get the gas up from the.
Last time I was working on this thing, the battery was completely dead on it. Put it on the charger, and it took about 3 days before it read that it even had a full charge. But I gotta pick up some stuff from the store, so I drove this thing over. We'll see if she starts. I don't have the jump pack on me though, so if it don't start, I might be screwed. All right, moment of truth. All right, maybe that battery is not as dead as I thought it was. Yeah, old girl's not running as strong as she used to, but I am happy to see her back on her own power. She needs new tires, new paint, engine freshened up, but other than that, she's still solid. Could use new top too. I think my top's dry rotted and got holes in it, and the doors at some point I think somebody ran them over. I think they fell over. One of them's kind of U-shaped now. Yeah. Thanks for watching.